Good afternoon again. Welcome to the RTR special event, the 6 Hours of Spa Stint 2. I'll be your streamer, Ponyboy, and we're looking forward to this lovely Spa, great track. Many teams out here, everyone seems to be lined up, ready to go on their out lap. All these guys will be pulling into the pits at the end of this lap, waiting for their teammates to finish their 23 laps, as our player one looks like he's coming in and our guys haven't got round yet. So yes, this not quite gone to plan here. I'm sure they'll all get it organised. They do seem to know what they're doing here, these guys. Throwing together a great looking event here with some great looking cars here. I think Top Gear will be the first to go. And then we'll be able to get this race underway. Trying to get into the pits. Good evening all to everyone that's just tuned in. I will be able to keep you a little bit more up to date shortly once we get everybody out onto track, as Top Gear is away. Great stint there from Lucas for the first. And Senna and RTR are away, and penalties for crossing the pit lane. Not the way you want to start this. Not quite sure how this spacing is going to be worked out now. We've also got M3 guy out on track. TSO 40 just coming out. Just seems like we have a few gaggle of Supras and a Beetle in the mix at the front at the moment. They do seem to have the pace round here at this 800 pp limit. There we have another Super in 5th with Roadrunner. The Vest now leaving what appears to be yet another Supra. A little bit wide on exit there. Will that give him a penalty? Because they are very strict in this game with the penalties as far as crossing the pit lane goes there, but the Vest getting away with that one. And now Speed Freak in the Porsche coming out. And a gaggle of guys coming out here. Speed Freak having to wait. They will just be setting these leads between themselves and the leader. Get these time limits somewhere near right. Someone asking for a restart. Not sure how that's going to work now, but still a few in the pits. Now Speed Freak has been let loose. Let's see what he can do in that Porsche. Is he the only Porsche in the field? I think so. And we have the screaming Mazda in front. 2 hours of this would be a bit of a headache, I think. Domingo there, a little bit of lag we've seen in the corners, but nothing we can't deal with. But this hell of a lot better than the last stream I did when I filled in for somebody and only half the liveries showed up. The others were all stock liveries. So, fortunately, none of that today. All the cars looking beautiful there on track. Domingo 1 minute 47 behind the leader. 1.9 in front of Speed Freak at the minute. Who in turn is 8 seconds in front of MRT17. Or Mr. T17, I'm presuming. I'll see with his hazards flashing there. I think he's waiting to be fully let loose. Is he maybe? And we do have another Porsche there in 10th. Lovic 09. And we'll flick through to the front to see what the gaps are now. Senna and Top Gear there. Only 1.5 seconds between them. Don't know, guys asking for a restart. Not sure what we're doing here, to be honest with you. Yes, I think there is a bit of confusion here as to what is going on, judging by some of the messages popping up on screen. Well, it does seem like the Supras are leading the way. Can I confirm or deny if they are in the right order on track? Well, I have literally no idea at the minute. Hopefully all will come to fruition soon. Hey, good evening everyone on chat. Scary Guy and Jager. Good evening, guys. Meanwhile, we try and work out what exactly is going on. So Senna and Top Gear are still battling it out pretty close at the front. 1.3 seconds between them. Say, look, I'm not sure if this is the order they're supposed to be in. Mr. T has another race straight after this, so he's going to have a busy night. Will he squeeze a P in? Who knows? Good evening, Slugsley. Good evening, Nick. And I suppose it is in the evening for you guys now, as you are an hour in front of me. And the race is already a few minutes behind, but it looks like we're getting it all back under control now, and this is just go, go, go. Top Gear on a purple sector here, but people just about warming up now. I'm sure race control will get this fully organised. M3 guy there in the Beetle. Just 11 seconds off the leaders at the minute. TSO 40 there. 48 seconds behind the lead. Nice livery there, I like that logo, looking good. And we have another Supra there in Roadrunner in 5th. Battles all seem to be rather at the front at the minute, don't they? Which is never a bad thing. We'll just see who is everybody on track now. T17 in that rumbling Merc there. And Speed Freak 12 not far behind there. Only 11 seconds, but only 5 seconds in front of Domingo at the minute. I could have saw put in intermediate some not long back, but yeah, obviously that was probably just a glitch in the matrix. We have the second Porsche. And Smasher still in the pits, not out yet. PTR Racing in 12th. I'll be the Peugeot there. Unusual choice that one, but it's not a bad car to be honest. And then we have Paul coming out the pits. In another Supra, nice green livery there. Ah, that was the one that was orange and they changed it, doesn't we have? Steppenberg has left the room. The confusion has obviously been too much for him. How that'll affect his teammate in the final stint, I do not know. I don't know how they'll go about that. I'm sure they could let me know though. Meanwhile, now the gap at the front, these guys must be lapping so consistently because it's been a minute and a half. Well, second and a half, and it's still at a second. Oh, Mr. T there getting in the way of these two guys. It's going to bring the gap right down. Let's jump on board with Top Gear, shall we? Steppen joining the room again. Let's have a look back at that lovely sticker bombed looking Mercedes there. Obviously not in the battle at the minute with these two. But some of the gaps I feel aren't quite what they should be, but I'm sure these guys will work it out. Well, the front has gone back up to just over a second now. I'll move my mic a little bit closer because these cars are pretty loud when you're on board. That gap's staying at just over a second, keeping him just out of the draft there, Senna. I do wish we could just press a button and have the right view these days rather than having to scroll through 78 views to find the one you want. Meanwhile, M3 got pretty much all on an island on his own at the minute. 13 seconds in front and 34 seconds behind. Still doing a great job there, not seeing many mistakes from any of these guys. But 2 hours is a long time. Remember, these guys can't pee either. If they do, they have to clean their own seats. TSO 47.9, nearly 8 seconds in front of Roadrunner. And just more confusion coming up on the messages. Yeah, a true racer peeing in your rig. Well, I don't really want to pee in mine as it is a fabric cushion. It would never be right for months, and especially in the summer. Might not be so bad this time of year. But there again, you got dry in it this time of year, that would be the issue, wouldn't it? And I will carry on scrolling through and see where everyone is, see where the battles are apart from at the front. So in fact I might quickly jump back to the front. Gap up to 1.4 seconds now. Master doing a good job at the front. Seems to have some good straight line speed like the Supra. But if I could listen to that for 2 hours, I'm not sure. I think it is a nice sound, but say for 2 hours it would be quite piercing. Have a look at the fuel loads on these guys in a minute. I'm not sure how often they were stopping. But 7 laps down already. These guys reeling these laps off pretty quickly. chat. How these guys race and chat is beyond me. So that master at the back, 9 minutes behind. I mean, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be quite right. And Master boarding Man Smasher, and I didn't read the names beforehand. You think I'd remember a couple of them? Paula's 7 minutes behind the leader. PTRS is 6 minutes 40. I have no idea, Gecko Racer. I am not in a chat with anybody else or anywhere else, so I'd have to look on Discord, which I may well have to do in a minute. Yes, this one hasn't lined up as we particularly wanted. We did have a problem with the lobby and it had to be restarted too close to the end of Stint 1. But now I'm not sure if anyone is in comms with these guys and can tell them all to line up. I'm not sure. But yeah. But as it is, we are racing, so we'll have to do what we're doing. We've got Domingo catching right up now with Mr. T17. Mr. T17 will be getting a move on because he has got a race after this, as we know. They are holding on to the back of the third M3 guy. Using him as a good marker, and Speed Freak catching right up onto the back of these for the BWT Porsche team. Yes, I have no idea, mate. The Vest is in 6 at the moment with 1 minute 32 second gap. So everything all got a little bit mixed up. But I'm sure somebody can do some maths at the end. There's some adding and subtracting and I imagine just take it away from the end time of the stint. Not sure, but I'm sure all the streams will be saved, well, the replays. But yes, it has got a little bit confusing, to say the least. But let's just enjoy the racing, shall we, if we can? Let's have a look at this gap at the front now. Is M3 going making any impression to these guys? 16 seconds now. I'm sure it was 13 before, so I think he's dropping back. Yes, with a 2:19.5 last time round, and these guys are on 2:17s and all over each other still. It does seem that the Mazda has the edge in some parts and the Super in others. Yes, I can understand everybody's frustration. But yeah, not a lot I can do about it from here. I'll try and keep you informed as much as I can. Been one of the closest battles on track at the minute, but it just seems to be staying the same, doesn't it? It's not really a battle, it's just a... It's definitely not management when it's that close. It's push, 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 doing 2:16.8 last lap for Senna and a 2:16.9 for Top Gear. Shows how close it is. Meanwhile, the battle for 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th, was it? 7th, 8th and 9th. Domingo now the 2-second lead over Speed Freak and 2 seconds behind Mr. T. Let's jump on board with the Porsche a bit, shall we? Have a look at the back of this Mazda. doing a good job here. Will he get a little bit of draft down here? But no, that Mazda definitely has the top end. Pulling away there, good exit there from Domingo. And everything he made up on that corner before, he loses on the straight, but can he make it back up on the brakes? Porsche's pretty stable on the brakes as long as you don't try and turn him while you are braking. Gets it stopped, get on the power, oh, bit of a wiggle. Stupid few changes. And Domingo increasing that lead to nearly 2 seconds now. Meanwhile, all these gaps slightly opening up now. So I've got like reverse commentators, curse. Nobody's going off, but as soon as I go to watch anything, the gaps spread out. Yes, Domingo with a 2:18.1 last time round, so he's really getting into his groove now. Cobra Racing Team livery there. Very nice, guys. Is the best making any time? Yes, he is. He's 35 seconds now behind Roadrunner. Oh, restart, I think. So apparently it is being restarted, so rumour has it, but nothing actually seems to be happening here to solidify that. A long way in as well, but yeah, I'll just carry on until I'm told otherwise. Has anybody actually left the track? There's been no message to. Well, yeah, the host could quit the race and just shut the lobby, but as long as everybody knows. But there's been no messages or communication from the host at the minute, so I cannot confirm or deny said rumour. Let's get a bit of tyre refill up on that, shall we? Let's see how these guys feel looking half a tank, and still tyres looking pretty fresh for a good few laps, yep. So I'm trying to keep up with the chat and everything else that's going on, so if I do go quiet every now and then, I do apologise. I've probably got my head buried in my phone reading messages, but... Right, anyway, might as well carry on with what we were doing. Top Gear, the Supra does seem to be having a little slightly more tyre wear than the Mazda. Well, it seems to be wearing tyres slightly differently, doesn't it? Oh, I did just see messages crop up. So I presume something is going to happen. The messages pop up and disappear so quickly in this game, half of the time you don't get a chance to read them. Nobody does seem to be getting off track. Some obviously have, because we are down to 11 races and we know one did leave. Obviously it's nobody directly's fault, it's just one of them things that happened. An issue caused all this, and yeah, there's always something with these races. Well, not always, but they can quite often be. Whether it be no liveries, whether it be stuck cars on track. I think we did have a guy that was in the room for typing purposes, but I'm sure he's just trying to get to the bottom of it as well. But now all gone quiet again, and I think we just go as we are at the minute, it seems. Still, my M3 guy there, slightly dropping back from the front into the clutches of TS040, the gap coming down slowly. Turn Roadrunner chipping into the gap of TS040 there, and the Vest. Yes, I know his teammate's not best happy. I mean, he showed good pace on lap 4 there with a 2:16.9. But them softs really starting to look a little worn now. I imagine he'll only be out for another lap or two, because it is a long lap as well, so starting a lap on worn tyres isn't always advisable. Freak in the Porsche also with his hazards on. Does he know because he knows he's about to be lapped, or not sure? Domingo in 8th now, dropped right back from Speed Freak in the Porsche, almost 18 seconds behind. What's happened to the Merc? He must have pitted, I think. No, he's disappeared. Has he come off track? Yep, so a few have started disappearing off track, but the majority of the others are carrying on at the moment. So I don't know, but this could be possibly the longest stream in history, unless this is resolved soon. Hopefully I won't run out of things to say. I can continually waffle for hours and hours and hours, but I'm not sure anybody actually wants to listen to that. It does look like something is going on, because there are people on Discord, etc. I think Speed Freak is on chat or something and on auto drive. And his hazard's off now, and I think he's put his foot down. And the host trying to get people to stop. Everybody off track after 13 laps, so we'll, but at least yeah, it doesn't seem like people want to restart, but the messages do say they're up and gone before you know it. The problem you've got now is people have put a lot of effort into these 14 laps, and people are coming off track, only a few left. There we go. Alright, so I'm not sure what is going to happen now, whether it's going to be a full race stint, because they were already, what, 20 minutes in? How many guys have we got left in the lobby? We'll have a look. I think it is pretty much still full. I think we've lost maybe one. So everyone will come back out for an out lap. I'm sure we'll probably have a count off of a few laps. Maybe another slightly shorter race, but they should be going out in order that they should have gone out initially. And with those gaps, I'm sure they'll just be told to go one at a time, but I'm not sure. Then everybody needs to be in one chat for this. But yeah, at least we've got somewhere. And I've had fun anyway. I've got to know you all. Good evening, everyone, again. Welcome to fourth time lucky of the RTR Community 6-hour Spa Stint 2. So yeah, hopefully we can get this underway again very shortly and in the right order, and everyone can be happy again. We can concentrate on some good driving and some good racing. And around this fantastic historical track, Spa-Francorchamps. I don't know a proper racer that doesn't adore this track. Yes, we are sorry about the issues we've had tonight. Let's hope we don't have any for Stint 3. Everyone is on track now. So I'm presuming we'll get things going very shortly. How many have we got? We're 12 on track at the minute. I'm not entirely certain if that is a full lobby. As it stands, what we did know, the RTR Racing Team 3 were in the lead after Lucas's first heat, handing over to Top Gear. He was battling hard with Senna. The RTR Racing Team 1. Put a lot of thought into these names. And we have RTR Racing Team 2 as well, which was Roadrunner in that stint. He's doing 2 stints scored into this, but maybe there's been a change there, because if he's driving the middle stint, he'd have to do 2 on the trot, and that would be impossible. Or he'd have to have 2 rigs set up to do different lobbies. That'd be interesting. Jump from one to the other. That'd be like a MotoGP bike change. But anyway, I'd like to thank Bertus and that for the first stint, the first stream. I enjoyed watching what I saw. I had to leave a little bit earlier than I wanted to get this one set up, and yeah, it's been fun so far. At the moment, still waiting to get this underway. I think people are just trying to work out what's going on. Yes, we have had a lap count change. And I think people will be told when to leave the pits. Everyone will do their out lap when we start the race into the pits, and then be told to leave at a certain time when that gap is reached. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but... So we should be getting this underway any second. Yeah, so the final race will be 40 laps after the 12-13 laps we did in the first stint. So to keep the time somewhere near, and we are going to run over as we always do on these things. I don't think I've ever known a race finish on time. Excellent. Well, the gaps are known now, so everybody will be told to do their outlap and leave when they get their cue. Thank you very much, buddy, for the info. Right now for the race start. I'll go on track now because somebody did leave the pit, so it's better to look at a car than nothing, isn't it? People leaving the stream, sorry, I hope it isn't something I said. Yes, obviously things not going quite how we wanted them at the minute, but won't be long before we can get this race properly underway again. I think on that note I'm going to have a beer now, guys. Hey, Bertus would have been grateful of this because he could have got up for his piss ages earlier. You can guarantee I am going to need a pee before the end of this stream stint, because now I have a crack to the beers. I'm pretty sure this can't stay in me for 41 laps. I'll give you commentary on the beer while we wait. Could have done with being a bit colder, but hey, beer's better than no beer. Yeah, but it's great fun. Yes, things do get frustrating, but sometimes things are out of your control, and it only takes one thing to be overlooked, and in this case it was getting the lobby up and running. It was up and running early enough, and then there was a problem, so had to close. I mean, it looked like we had plenty of time to get it open, everyone on track, but by the time 14 people join and you do an outlap, things got a little bit out of hand. But fingers crossed we can do it all properly this time and enjoy the racing. You know what, Dan? I'm not quite sure now what we're waiting for, but I'm sure there is. It probably is a comms thing with getting people started on time, because sometimes you do have to. You're going to have to get two people out quite close together, so writing two messages is pretty much a no-no. And by the time you've typed something, you need it'd be all right when they get to the end of the grid and you've got 20 seconds, 30 seconds to write a message and then press enter when it's got to go. But I imagine at the start, but unless they all are in a party together, then if that is the case, then I'm not sure what we're waiting for. not even worth having a flick through the car's interiors because it's quite dull in the pits and they all look quite shadowy and dark. Look, it's the first time I've ever looked in the Peugeot in GT7, I think, though. But yes, all very dark and dingy. Probably the nicest out of the lot of them, so we'll sit in the Merc for a while. I'm sure this will all make the people driving Stint 3 even more nervous. The tension building slowly, very slowly. Yeah, waiting for the rain. I think it might be snow by the time he gets here, Jaeger. Perhaps it is, perhaps we are waiting for Christmas. I'm not sure what that guy on our left there is doing by the wall. I know he's checking that wall over pretty thoroughly. Yep, definitely something on that wall. I'm just confirming everything with the drivers. I think we are about ready to go. I'm hoping so. Excellent. We are about to start our outlap by the look of it. I have said that before, so I'll try not to get too repetitive. I really want to know what that says on the side of the Supra there, in the speech bubble. I wonder if I can get it. They're going to be more than cold. I just want to have a look. What is in that speech bubble on the Supra? Oh, and we are a go. But I'm still going to try and find out what is in that speech bubble on the Supra. No, because the angle I've got a picture of, you can't see the speech bubble. Damn it. So perhaps one of his team can fill me in on what that is in there. That's the RTM Racing Team Supra I'm referring to. Driven by Paul Lutz. I'm assuming it's Lutz, like. Reminds me of Street Outlaws. I haven't watched that for years. Better check my views now because we have come out of it, so yeah, I will have to do the old come out and go back in because nothing works properly. And don't we just miss keyboard controls? And when you set things, they stay set. But here we go now, so hopefully we can get this all working correctly at the end of this lap. humble guys with a great driver on board. Let's go, Adam. Yes. On the one-liners of the RTM car. Oh, thank you very much for the info. Right, here we go, in the pits. And I'm pretty sure it will be... Where is he? It'll be Top Gear, won't it, out first, I believe. So he's one of the last in, but he should be the first to go. Quite nice to see cars close together for a bit. And they'll all spread out again now. Oh, and Top Gear is straight out. No, my mistake, he's not, he was just one of the last in. Why is somebody still out? We have a problem. Oh, he's missed the pit and he's pulled up at the side of the pit. Unfortunately, you can't reverse into the pit, it will just... Right, so Top Gear is go. And folks, yes, you heard me right. We are away. Stint 2 is live and hopefully correct. So come on guys, and good luck. And Senna is released now. So let's stay with Senna and see where he comes out. We should be somewhere near where they should be. And Smasher is released also. I don't know, with the confusion of the first race, he was right towards the back in some silly place, so he would be very relieved to be where he should be. And here he comes, and he will be how far behind? And we should have the vest next. Yes, there he is. Go, go, go. Smasher away 32 seconds behind Senna. Here comes the vest. Little Nicky will be pleased that the vest is back in correct position after he worked so hard in that first stint. I think it was Little Nicky that said that anyway, wasn't it? Yay, Little Nicky, we are racing, sir. 28 seconds behind and Smasher. And a minute 26 off the lead at the minute, but that might change as the cars do actually settle down, not sure. But who is out next? I am not certain. Who is it? I think it was, isn't it? The M3 guy, Mr. T, wouldn't it? I think. It's hard to remember, I can't remember. It's all got a little bit mixed up now in my head as well. But we will stay on the guys that are out on track. Let's see if the vest can make any dent in and Smasher's lead. And it is M3 guy next. He'll be coming out in 5th. TSO40. It's starting outside the pits, so we will have to wait for M3 guy to come out the pits. As he just dropped a lap behind, I think that was Senna that went past there. And M3 guy has gone. This is all working out better, so fantastic. Oh, we've just seen the dash on the Beetle. Isn't that horrible? Let's have another look at that. Yeah, that's disgusting. It looks like Simon Says. Oh my god, what were they thinking? I know it's not real though, so yeah. We do need a green one though, and it could be Simon Says. That's brilliant. It's not, it's awful, but at the same time, yeah, brilliant. Right, back to racing. M3 go with 1.9 seconds over TSO14. So ladies and gentlemen, we have a battle. What is the gap at the front now? It's 24 seconds. Can Senna do anything about this lead? The tyre wear does seem slightly different between these two cars. The Speed Freak is released from the pits. That's the Porsche Go Go Go. He will be handing over to my buddy the Stig in Stint 3. But yes, I do get a lot more excited when there is racing rather than just sitting there wondering what the hell's going on. But Arden thinks it's rigged. You could well be right, sir. You could well be right. But who am I to say? And we've got Hey Barrier was P5 at the pit stop. The gap between 4 and 5 is too big now. Yes, we did have a problem with the TSO40's button in one of the test starts. That did cause one of the problems. I mean, he's on controller of his button sticking. Or is it just a steering wheel issue? A bit of contact cleaner might solve that otherwise, hopefully. But yeah, that is also another good question somebody has raised with the rain. They're hoping it comes. Well, it might well at Spa. You never know. It does have kind of a microclimate, doesn't it? Anything can happen at any time at Spa, and that goes with the driving as well as the weather. It is a track that does test over 2 hours, even though that has been reduced dramatically this time. But obviously they have done the driving, so hopefully these guys did squeeze in a piss, in that right, Bertus, between stints. Make it a whole lot more comfortable for the last hour, possibly. So Senna 24 seconds behind Top Gear. Top Gear getting a great job there. We've got Seal Volovic just been released. Paul's been released as well. Bagging a new set of boots on to be on the safe side, why not? Might only be a lap old, but to be honest, changing your tyres would be a good call after sitting for that long, because obviously they're going to be extremely cold. I wouldn't have even thought of that, you know, mate. That's something worth considering for the future. As there goes Speed Freak 12, just lapping him. I do know the gap was something like 7 minutes or so, which it's not far off now, so we're looking somewhere in the region. Was that a bad camera angle or was that lag? Strange. Yep, if you do want to give us a like and a thumbs up, whatever you want, guys, please do. The page can always do with a little bit of recognition. And if you do ever fancy a bit more racing, then GTIR is a great club just to come along and have a bit of I do championships constantly pretty much there. There's a GR3 and a GR4 running at the moment. They will be looking for in the new year. They will be recruiting again for a new series. But never mind that, let's get back to RTR special. And let's get back to the front. What's the gap now? Still 24 seconds between Top Gear and Senna. Even when these guys are miles apart, they are pretty much exactly the same pace, it seems. Absolutely nothing in between these two. And smashing now, just like Mr. T17. But Mr. T unlapping himself, I think. He's having none of that. Hopefully he doesn't go a bit deep. He does go a little bit deep. But, oh, what's going on contact when these guys are laps? That's not a bit silly. We don't want to be seeing that. But obviously he wants to make time if he is quicker. But now these guys are playing. And why not? It's a long race. Two very different styles there. But all this is allowing the vest to close up. Now the gap down to 17 seconds, just over. I'm back up to 18, but it was 24, I believe. So he's took a good whack out. But look at that, 2:16 dead, 2:16.6, so that's 2 laps. And he has got the fastest lap of the race so far. Go on the vest. TSO40 and M3 guy having a nice little battle here, 1.3 between them. I would jump back in the Beetle, but I don't know if I want to. That's one thing I can assure from driving cockpit view, I'm never picking the Beetle. But yeah, I need to look again to make sure I wasn't going mad. It has to be done. Don't know if any of you remember Simon Says, the electronic coloured light game from the 80s. Not that I imagine hardly any of you were alive in the 80s. And he is on a personal best lap here. The gap at 1.9 seconds now. The pace, that's super too much through Eau Rouge and up the hill. .5 seconds now. He's made up a good chunk of time through there. We do have a good couple of battles going on, which is good to see. Let's jump back outside the cars though for now, because I really have had enough of that interior. I'll see you later, Mick. Yeah, sorry, just catching up on the messages. That made me chuckle a little bit. Well, yes, things aren't always easy. A good 2:17 there from M3 guy. Big improvement over his previous best. Even though it's come up to 2:19 on the timing screen. Oh, that keeps going on, that does. You notice it when you're watching other people's streams as well. You see one time flash up and another time shows. GT7 in all its glory again. Meanwhile, back to the racing, there's still 1.2 seconds, but the pace of that Super up the hill I think will be too much for the Porsche. So he won't be closing any down here. So still some discussions over placement. obviously is a little bit better than it was before. I think it is really difficult to actually say to somebody go and get it all typed and out and timed perfectly by the time you've got the pit exit taken into account and all these things. But yeah, well done guys for trying to get it sorted as best you can. So let's just get on with the race here and enjoy it. Meanwhile, the Vesta's got that gap down to 7 seconds with these two. Oh, he's not battling now with Mr. T. I think Mr. T has done one and cleared off, hasn't he? Yes, it certainly looks like it. Mr. T having some good pace here. Give me 2 seconds, guys. The dog just wants to go out the room because I think somebody's home. We'll jump back to where the battle is first. I just completely missed that message then because I just seen it flash up quickly as come back. And the Vest still with the fastest lap at the moment with a 2:16 dead, and he is making good progress here. But M3 guy now got this gap down to 0.7 of a second. His lap's coming down pretty quickly on lap 7 of 41 already. Yes, go on Vesti, says Matt. Vesti is doing a cracking job here, he's really showing his pace. Let's have a look, showing that gap down to 4.6 seconds now. Going with him at the moment. Might as well use the pace with the 2:18 dead, trying to stay somewhere in that draft. Gap coming down quickly. We'll slip back to this battle between M3 guy who's actually just lost a little bit of time there to TSO 40. He's got the gap up to nearly 2 seconds now. We have a good going and to Mr. T off map. I'm presuming he enjoyed their little skirmish earlier. I was quite enjoying it actually, considering they were not even racing each other really. But yeah, Mr. T really showing his pace around here. He's telling you, if I'm correct, if that is him that's, yeah, he's passed and disappeared. I think we'll see that gap to M3 guy come down quite drastically. He seems to have some really good pace here. Actually, no, his pace is pretty similar to M3 guy. In fact, I'm not sure if his lap time is almost identical. No, M3 guy 2:17.2 last time round. I'm sure it's sort of 5:76 from somebody. My imagination, obviously. Gap down now to 1.5 seconds to Ant Smasher. I keep going to call him Ant Master. Yes, this move won't be long in the making, I don't think. The Vest having really good pace around here, and Ant Smasher has a moment. Pretty much hands the place over to the Vest, so we wait for the action, and there isn't any action because the pressure gets to Ant Smasher. Vest now up to third, 1 minute behind Senna though, so it's going to take an instant or something to pull some of that back. I think the gap will come down a little maybe. The tyres could be starting to come into play now. Senna has taken a little bit of time now out of top gear in first. not much though, a 2:17.2 last time around for top gear and a 2:17.2 for Senna. So I lied. Meanwhile in third, the Vest now 3.8 seconds in front of Smasher. Who in turn is some distance in front of TSO 40, I'm not sure how much. Obviously not on 1 minute 30, so a big gap there. So he can relax in fourth place at the moment, he hasn't got too much to worry about. M3 guy dropping back a little bit now from the Super. Mr. T with his best lap last time round with a 2:16.5, really finding his pace now. Behind that in 8th we have PTR Racing 21 in the Peugeot. Shall we have a look how horrible this interior is? We haven't looked at this one here, have we? Let's have a look, shall we? He's got a 21-second lead over the Porsche and Speed Freak 12. And he's got 10.5 seconds over Roadrunner. How can Roadrunner make chip into this lead? He's still got a good 30 odd laps to do. He's doing a 2:16.4 last time round. So he's definitely got some pace as Roadrunner. Yeah, nice and smooth through the S's there. 11th Domingo truck. Trying to get a little bit of a toe off Smasher there. Oh, a little bit wide there. Will he get a penalty? I don't think he will. I think he'll just about get away with that one. It was quite tight where he did it, so I don't think he'd have had four wheels off the curb at any point. He's 42nd in front of Paul, who has got a half a second penalty for a little misdemeanor somewhere around the track. He's 12 seconds ahead of Obi. The 26-second lap last time round. Is he on hards maybe? I could have a look, but meanwhile we'll have a look. That gap has come down in the lead, it's down to 21 seconds now. Senna has taken a couple of seconds out of that gap. But he did have a 2:19.2 last time round. The slowest lap yet, all the others have been 2:16s and 17s, that's 2 seconds difference. Is it a tyre thing? Was it a mistake? Was it traffic? We'll never know, because we can't even do replays anymore. Hopefully we will be able to one day. They have brought back qualifying and the likes of, so it's all been added back slowly, isn't it? And one day we will have the great game we all wanted. Yeah, Senna doing a 2:17 last time round, so 2 seconds quicker, which is reflected in the gap, obviously. The Vest is the first into the pits, is it then, or is it just a terrible camera angle? No, he is the first into the pits. But it is also a terrible camera angle. So yeah, them softs obviously had the day, 45% fuel left. And it is a 2-compound race this, so they do have to use 2 different compounds, I believe. So will he jump onto a set of mediums now and go for a slightly longer stint? They've worked well from them softs, got him up to 3rd. And Smasher will come past. Let's bring up some info so we can have a look at tyres now. This is starting to be that kind of game. And he stayed out with very worn tyres. I would have probably mirrored the vest there if I was behind him. Because yeah, it's going to put you up for a lap, but this isn't going to be one of your quicker laps. And the vest coming out of the pits. And according to that, it's only putting 20 seconds behind on Smasher. That's a pretty quick stop, but he has only put a little bit of fuel in and gone back out on a set of softs. Meanwhile, behind Team BTW Porsche. Perhaps they'll stick with the vest and follow him round. As they're there in 8th, they have not quite managed to unlap themselves, but right there with him. Make the most of the draft and the marker. And I think that gap to Ant Smasher will come down pretty quickly with these soft, but lovely, lovely soft, fresh boots. So we'll nip away, we'll come back to that. I think, have we got anything going on anywhere at the minute? It will be M3 going, that's 4 seconds now between these two. Let's say Speed Freak, we know is running around with the vest. Roadrunner, meanwhile, 11 seconds, that gap coming down to Speed Freak though. Didn't have a great lap last time with a 2:19.6, considering when he did a 2:16 2 laps prior. Still got half a tank of them mediums looking exceptionally good. So if he can cut out a stop, that can make a massive difference in this race for Roadrunner. It looks like they've got their fueling rate fairly high, but people are not really fueling up yet. Just putting enough in to get them through to the next stint as Mr. T jumps in the pits. P7 when he went in, he's coming out in P9 by the look of it. There goes the vest just through Eau Rouge, and he's coming out just behind Speed Freak. He's going to have a nice target in front with his fresh tyres on, someone to chase. And Paul just coming through Eau Rouge behind him. Flashing his lights, letting him know he's there. I don't think he'll challenge because he is a lap down. But he is looking. Mr. T will just be getting in the zone, and he has whacked a full load of fuel in there, Mr. T. So on the mediums, going for the long stint. I'm not sure what tyres he come off, I didn't actually look. TSO 40 is catching vest, I can have a look for you. He has 46 seconds at the minute. Yes, well, yes and no. Pace is good, TSO 40's pace, 2:16.9 his quickest lap at the moment, but consistent 2:17s apart from that one. So yeah, nice consistent pace from TSO 40. But the vest has just got new tyres on, he does tend to run in 2:16s on his fresh tyres. If you look there, his pit stop total was a 2:26 on the in lap and a 2:51 on the out lap, so it is costing you still nearly, well, 40, nearly 50 seconds for a stop and a little bit of fuel. So if you can cut a stop out, that is a big deal. But this will be the best first flying lap on his new tyres, so let's see what pace he's doing. Speed Freak struggling to stay with him there and got a little bit loose on entry, but manages to keep it together. And he's at 2:16.5 that lap, so TSO 40 has brought the gap down a little bit more, so I think he's going to be on a good lap here. So we'll stay with him for Dane. As we did get a glimpse there as Ant Smasher comes in the pits and PTR Racing. Oh, and he's in the pits as well, so we're not going to get a judge a gap. So we'll jump to M3, guys, so he stays out. And he's on softs as well. He's made them softs last well, though. I mean, that's nearly, let's say he's done 3/4 of a tank of fuel, so he's going to be over 3/4 of a tank of fuel on a set of softs. He's going to be gutted he has to run the mediums if you can make the softs last like that, but you never know, his pace might be nearly as good on the mediums. Oh, has Mr. T gone? Ah, no, he's here. Oh, at the beginning, yeah. Now, Mr. T is still here. He's only 3 seconds behind Speed Freak at the minute. Speed Freak up to 7th. TSO 40 drops behind M3 guy and Smasher at the moment. Just being careful on this pit exit. It is a pig and 3 seconds is never what you want. But yes, you do have to use that exit on an endurance race. Obviously it is up for the 24-hour on endurance series that exit was added. Actually, I'm not certain if it's the original one or the other one was added, but yeah, it's what's used in endurance series as a general rule. Well, Mr. T now 2.6 seconds behind Speed Freak. As he is now 12 laps into this 41 lap stint. But we are after some half decent racing here, so it's quite good to see. After, I've got to remember, we are nearly 5 hours into this, 4 hours into this, should I say? Or 3.5. TSO 40, 35 seconds behind M3 guys, so we will definitely come out well in front after the pit stop. And in front of Smasher, I think, as well. Yes, this should work out quite well for TSO 40. I know Xan Smasher's been in, hasn't he? But yes, M3 guy should be in this lap. His tyres looking pretty worn. I know he's got again, hasn't he? Yes. He obviously doesn't mind worn tyres, but that Beetle seems to be very good on its tyres. I'm going to try and say a sentence without saying the word tyres as much. And he's only 0.021 under his best time at the moment. That's quite impressive. Meanwhile, the gap to Speed Freak now 1.3 seconds to Mr. T. Mr. T really closing that gap down now. He really is after 7th place. He wants it. And Roadrunner is only 6 seconds behind, so we could have a three-way party soon if this keeps up. I don't think there's anything Speed Freak can do at the minute. I'm going to be going into the pits. Yes, he is. And as typical, as soon as we get ready for a battle, it doesn't happen. But we will have a quick look at all the knobs and dials. As I have mentioned before, I do quite like this sticker bump car. It's pretty cool. Oh, it is a bit like that Marvel picture you get in, I'm sure I've seen it in IKEA or somewhere like that. But one of them canvases here, nice stuff though, nice and colourful. Makes a change from all the racing liveries that we see these days, but there's nothing. I do love a good racing livery, but just like this one. As Roadrunner sits behind our leader, Top Gear, and uses him as a little bit of a tow, gets a nice bit of draft down the straight. I do like that fake middle exhaust, that's quite cool, isn't it? It's a good decal that is, it has kind of got some depth to it, so it does look real. I like it. Well done guys, whoever did that livery. Try and sit there and get towed up to Mr. T. What is the gap between first and second now? Let's have a look, shall we? It's a minute now because Top Gear still hasn't appeared. Look at that, he's run their mediums all the way down. Going with the full tank. 16 laps of 41 down for our leader. Just over a third of the way through. So yeah, still plenty of time for some action. Oh, and a half-second penalty there for Roadrunner, and our leader does go into the pits. So let's jump on board with Senna and see how the gap finishes off after the pit stop. We did say it was around 40 seconds, didn't we, I think? Maybe 45. Because he will be taking on a little bit more fuel, I would imagine, but Senna has gone for a full tank and mediums as well. And he's only gone in a lap before. Well, look, that's a really quick stop though. So is the Mazda that good on fuel? He hardly had to fuel up. Oh no, because this lap will have a... Yeah. This is an out lap, isn't it? So yeah, this is going to be about a 2:50 a lap. So there is your 40-50 second pit stop. But yes, it will be very interesting to see the gap at the front now. It looks like Senna's been pushing hard this lap. Can he bring the gap down? It was about 20 odd seconds last time we checked. I think it was 25. Top Gear is out the pits. It's saying 49. I'm sure that'll change. Yes, as you can see, that gap tumbling now as it sorts itself out. That gap come down, the undercut has helped a little bit. And with 2/3 of this and a full other 2 hour stint to come. RTR, which team's this to? Was it? Or was it one? I can't remember. RTR race team A number. I've still got a long time to pull back first place. And anything can happen at the front as well. It only takes a mistake, it only takes worn tyres. It's anybody's game still at the front, and to be, as I say, 3 hours plus into a race and still only be 22 seconds behind. That's pretty good and pretty consistent. Good to see. Vest now with a good gap in front and behind. He's got a lovely cushion there. Little Nick will be pleased. And he is bringing that gap down 2 seconds. It was over a minute. It's now 56 seconds. And he is over 6/10 purple at the moment. Over TSO 40 now with the fastest lap with the 2:15.7. So let's have a look at that gap. That gap down to 25 seconds now, as we took well over a second out of Ant Smasher. As I went to say Ant Master again, stop it. But Ant Master would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Because I mean, ants are everywhere, aren't they? You know, in the summer you'd be like all powerful, wouldn't you? You just control all the ants and make them carry people's dogs off and stuff. I think that'd be fun. Sorry, yes, it has been a long stream so far and I am starting to waffle. And we might M3 M3 guy now has dropped 18 seconds behind TS040 because TS040 is flying, but M3 guy did finally pit on them softs and has jumped onto another set of softs, and why not? Mr. T17 44 seconds behind M3 guy, but has now got 11.1 seconds in front of Roadrunner. Roadrunner not being able to stay with him. As Mr. T has found some really good pace in that Mert with a 2:16.8 last time round. Speed Freak 12 drops to 9 now. 9th. As he lets our leader Top Gear past. And he will be trying hard to make up as much time as he can to hand it over to my good friend Chris for the third stint. PTR racer only 6 seconds behind in the Peugeot now. So he is catching Speed Freak a little bit there, I think. It's all worked out rather well in the pits for him, the timings and the way they pulled him together. Domingo Truck 1 minute behind, but he's only 17 seconds in front of Paul. And that gap coming down quite quickly. Paul's showing some good pace here with 2:17s and 2:18s, looking consistent. Whereas Domingo has got the pace with the low 2:19, but a little bit less consistency there. But he hasn't stopped yet either by the look of it. If he has, he's really used that fuel bud. No, he hasn't stopped. And last but not least of each, I say with his personal best of a 2:19.7 there, not too bad, but still 34 seconds behind Paul. And Paul about to be lapped by Roadrunner. But we'll just keep an eye on these gaps. That's currently 14.6 behind Domingo. PTR Racing about to be passed by Ant Master. I said it deliberately that time because I really do like that idea of a superpower. A bit like Aquaman but better, wouldn't it? Bring me a sandwich. Oh, the blue waffle on, thank you, dude. I mean, I should be doing proper things like having maps up and telling you the right corners for everything. I know Eau Rouge, and that'll do for now. So I don't know them all saying straight as well. But yeah, I'm not very good at remembering names, so it's the same with corners and people. But hey, let's just make lines of it and enjoy ourselves. Yeah, come on, go on over it. He's bringing it home. I'm sure he's enjoying himself. Say he is doing a good job. I know he's down there at the back, but look at the lap times. He's consistent and he's getting better and better and better. I mean, he done a 2:19.7 on lap 12, but lap 15 he done a 2:20.3. Prior to that, he was struggling to get in the 2:20s and stuff. So, yeah, he's doing well and he's improving as it goes on. And the best way to improve is to practice, isn't it? And the best practice is racing. So yes, all be doing him good, and I'm sure he is smiling. I'm sure he's also sweating and feeling the pressure. Not sure how many online races he's done, but I remember my first, and it was horrific. I just spent like 40 minutes dripping with sweat. I could see my chest, my heart beating in my chest. You know, oh man, playing a computer game should not feel like this. I think I need CPR. So Domingo's picked up a half-second penalty there, but we'll have a flick back and see where the gaps are. Speed Freak slowly pulling away now from PTR Racing with a 13-second gap, and Roadrunner is in the pits. He's dropped him down the order slightly, but he has got good pace, so I expect to see him move up, but he has gone into the mediums this time. Oh, he did mediums last time. It's just too many supers, that's the problems, but it has put Speed Freak back in front of Roadrunner. Well, they're going to come out pretty close on track, so it's something we'll definitely need to keep our eyes on. Mr. T in turn is 49 seconds in front and 42 seconds behind M3 guy, who was 23 seconds behind TS040. Now TS040 really showing some pace now, but Top Gear up there now with the fastest lap now of a 2:14.848. even so, TS040 is doing a fab job here. Look, 2:14.9, 2:15.3, 2:15.9. Absolutely superb pace. 2:15.7 with a penalty. And he is in the draft of Senna, and I'm sure that is helping. And Smash are about to be lapped by 2 and 3 at the moment. And here comes the darkness. Wow, that's crept in quick. It seemed rather light a minute ago. FS headlights looking very bright there. Might be harder to distinguish the colours in some of these liveries now we're getting into the dark, as he does get a half-second penalty. Dark coming down pretty quick here. It will take these guys probably a lap to adjust. And then you'll see their lap times just slowly drop back to what pace they were doing in the day. Sometimes it is a little bit slower. Some drivers it doesn't matter at all. Meanwhile at the front, Top Gear has stretched the gap back out to 24 seconds now. So lap 20 though, what went on there? So he must have had a really good couple of laps, because the gap was looking as good as it was before the pit stops. Then at 2:19.5. Oh, had a little bit of a twitch then as well. And somebody behind him running off. Who was that? Gets himself a half-second penalty. But he has still got 25 seconds to play with, so it won't be bothering him too much at the moment. But let's have a flip back to Roadrunner and Speed Freak, because that gap was coming down. It's 5 seconds now. We are nearly halfway through this. In fact, I think Top Gear is halfway through this. We're only at the end of this lap. Yep, Top Gear already over halfway. He's on the softs now. So put less fuel in for this stint, but he's really burning a bit more because he is pushing hard. There's that in front of Senna there. Here's the Peugeot. TS040 is starting to struggle to stay with him now. But he's still there and thereabouts. In fact, no, he's not. He's in front. He has unlapped himself and is putting away from Senna, who's got a half-second penalty. So, go on, TS040. He's flying. Another big shout out for Paul, who is doing a decent job there. Let's have a look at him, shall we? We haven't seen him for a while. There he goes, 2.1 seconds behind Domingo now, so that is good timing. So thanks for the shout out for Paul. Arden said he's swamped and doing his best to support the guys. Well, thanks for everything you're doing, mate. All these guys, I'm sure, appreciate it. We know sometimes things don't run smoothly and it's not through any lack of effort by you guys. So big thumbs up to everybody that's put any time and effort into this event. As Paul goes past Domingo at the end of the straight, no problem there. The Super having that little bit of top end over the Mazda there by the look of it. And also I think Domingo's tyre, well, he looked a bit loose into that corner, so no, he's got brand new tyres on, so nothing to do with that. That's just a place gained. Well done, Paul. He's probably got quite a gap in front of him, I would have thought. Yeah, it's 2 minutes, so a long way to go. But we've jumped back just in time for Roadrunner having a pop at Speed Freak. Let's see if we can actually get another overtake. We are on board with Roadrunner. Flashing his lights at Speed Freak, trying to put him off. But I think down here he will have the pace. The Super just seeming to have it with the draft as well. I don't think there'll be anything Speed Freak will be able to do with the Porsche. Oh, but he has, he's held out. And he's not going to get it done on the braking now. Speed Freak going very defensive there. Can he do the cutback? But he does get a bit twitchy on the inside line, but he does a good job there and gets it done. And up to 8th he goes. Well done, Roadrunner. RTR team, I think it was team 3 this one, wasn't it? We'll be pleased with that. Up to 8th now, 38 seconds behind Mr. T. And TSO40 into the pits. M3 guy 10 seconds behind, and Smasher, who has started dropping back off the pace a little bit, I think. Because he's over a minute behind the Vest now, who has really made hay while the sun's shining at the minute. Saying he's 1 minute 49 behind Senna there, so not making much impression into the leaders, but he's got a massive cushion behind him now, having nearly 46 seconds. But not sure what happened last lap there though. Look, 26 seconds. Ah, he's just stopped again, hasn't he? This is an outlap. So that'll explain why the gap to the lead has got up a bit as well. There you go. Educate myself every day. It used to say outlap though, didn't it? When by the time, if they were on an outlap. No, they've obviously scrapped that since the update. Only on your first outlap. Gap to the lead now, 28 seconds. Top Gear pulled away slightly again. Laps 21 and 20. Senna did have a 2:19.2 and a 2:19.1. Not the kind of pace he's used to. Meanwhile, Top Gear did have a 2:19 and a 2:18. And one of them was a penalty, but the rest are 2:16s and 2:15s. So yes, Top Gear absolutely smashing it here. Yeah, little Nicky giving another big thumbs up for Vesti. So it'll be interesting to see what happens after Senna pits. But it's going to be a while yet. But he has gone for the full tank and the mediums this time, Vesti. So he will be going for the long stint. And Smasher 8.2 seconds in front of M3 guy now. This is the gap here, TSO40 to M3 guy. I can imagine that starting to come down pretty quickly because we know how much pace TSO40 does have with his 2:15s and 2:14s. But we'll just try and keep our eye on some of these other gaps as well. I might have to do a Bertus in a minute and disappear for a wee as well because Roadrunner's got a 4.6 second gap now in front of Speed Freak. So I think we are pretty safe for a while of anything happening. So if I leave you where the biggest gaggle of cars is, and I will go and relieve myself. As in go for a wee, nothing else, nothing else. I tell you what, you another big shout out to the Vest. Vest, they love you, and the Asylum team. Big shout out, guys. I tell you what, while I go for a wee, I'll leave you on the vest. Still into more darkness we go. Seems to be getting darker by the minute still. I didn't think it could get much darker, but that's proved me wrong. No, it's not just you, Bertus, we're all old. That's the problem. But we'll have a flick through. See what's going on through the order. The lead at the front now, 31 seconds. Top Gear smashing it. Mr. T into the pits in 7th. Let's see where that'll bring him out. Because Speed Freak now 13 seconds behind Roadrunner. Roadrunner really making progress. This will jump him up to 7th. But obviously he's going to have to pit within the next What, 4 laps? He's got damage on the back there as well, so he's obviously had a bit of a moment. Or a bit of contact with somebody maybe, I don't know. 2:19s in his prior laps. Oh no, it's 2:27, isn't it? No, that's his in lap. God, I've got to stop doing that. Oh, and our leader is in also. Which does put Senna briefly into the lead. But that is a pretty short stint from Top Gear. He's back out again. I said on the mediums that stint, so that's why he was dropping back, but he won't have to go in for a good while yet, because he has still got a third of a tank and half a set of tyres. So this could change the balance dramatically. What has Top Gear come out on? Has he gone on the mediums again? He had, hasn't he? And he had gone for the full tank. So we'll keep our eye on them lap times, because the gap at 12.5 seconds at the moment, so I'm pretty sure Top Gear will still be in the lead after the pit stop. But will this allow Senna to drop onto his softs in the next stint? Interesting. The vest, meanwhile, 42 seconds in front of TSO40, who has just stopped. On the softs again with a 2:14.8, not last lap, the previous lap, 2:17, the one after, so it must have had a bit of a moment. But yes, certainly some good pace there from TSO40. Just make sure I have unmuted my mic and I'm not just talking to myself. No, it is definitely unmuted. Well, M3 guy now only 4.3 seconds behind and only 2 seconds in front of Ant Smasher. So this is where the action is for the moment. What can Ant Smasher do? Has he got the pace in that Merc? He seems to be struggling for lap time, but nice and consistent. M3 got with a 22 last time round, and them tyres starting to look pretty worn. But he has only done one stop, I think, at the moment. And Mr. T currently 20 seconds behind Roadrunner, but Roadrunner will be in a couple of laps. Maybe 3 at most with them tyres, I would have said. Come on, Adam, push. We've got half mic. I'm not sure. Ah, that'll be TSO40, won't it? Yes, there you go. That sounds better. I'm going to call him Adam. It sounds better than TSO40. How is the Peugeot doing? It was down in 10th. I'm sure it probably still is. Yep, there it is in 10th for PTR Racing. Currently 1:21 behind Speed Freaks in 9th and just over a minute in front of Paul in the Supra. I think that gap will be coming down, but he's only got 24 seconds in front of Domingo at the minute. Domingo's still circulating in the 22s. Obviously had a 3-minute 2 lap there. I'm taking it that was a pit stop, because his lap prior was a 36 as well. And Ovic at the back, just come out the pits. But yeah, his time is looking pretty consistent. There's been a couple there that have been a lot haywire. But yeah, hopefully he's still enjoying himself, but 2 hours of driving can be a lot for anybody. Still only 24 laps into this, whereas the leader is 28. But the gap now 12.6 seconds between himself and Top Gear. How many more laps do we think he would do? He's Still a good 3, I think. Oh, thank you, Chris, for mentioning that. Yes, it was my daughter's birthday this week, so yes, I probably should be spending it with her, but I said a while back that I would do this for you guys, and I'm not going to let you down, and I will certainly make it up to her, so thank you for that, Chris. Let's have a look at how is the Vest doing again. It's still 35 seconds in front of Adam. An M3 guy dropping back now, as Adam has found his place, but and Smash has had a moment somewhere. He's lost some time. He was only a couple of seconds behind. He's dropped to 12 seconds. What can Ant do? Can he regroup and re-attack? Close that gap back down. 2:23 lap, he won't be pleased with himself. Yes, there's not much else going on track directly at the moment. We'll flick through. And this is one of the closer battles at the front, which is now stretched to 11 seconds. Top Gear bringing the gap down slowly. He's on the fresh tyres, obviously, but he has also got the full tank. So that sometimes can balance things out, but he does still seem to be able to attack on the mediums. No problem, Lil Nicky. My pleasure to stream for you guys. It's been a good race. And thank you, Bertas, and hip hip hooray. Not that my daughter would ever listen to one of my streams. God damn it, no, she's 14, so she's a teenager. She doesn't want anything to do with her dad. And anything her dad does really isn't cool, is it? I think the next bit of excitement will be when Senna comes in and does his pits, and how far he will be away from Top Gear. Oh yes, 11 laps to go for these front running guys now. Lap starting to tick off quite quickly. Adam slowly bringing that gap down to the Vest, but I think it will be too much as we have M3 going to the pits. We'll have a look at the Beetle in the pit, shall we? It's not bad to look at from outside, but let's not go inside. You know what, I haven't even tried the Beetle on GT7 yet. I used it a fair bit on Sport. It wasn't a bad car at all. Very nimble. And Smasher in as well. See where he comes out in comparison to Roadrunner. This could be quite close actually, but oh no, Roadrunner's tyres. Is he? Oh, I'm glad this is the last couple of corners. Otherwise, the next lap would have been hairy. Looks like a lot of these guys got their strategies lined up to do the X amount of laps at the end. I think this would be a set of mediums and the last stop. I think you could do it if you filled up anyway. Meanwhile, Mr. T will move back up to 7th. Will Speed Freak go up to 7th as well? They're not going to be far off, I don't think. Oh no, they're still quite a way back. but he has stopped earlier and he is on the mediums. Let's see what Roadrunner has come out on. He has come out on the mediums. And what's the gap going to be? He's going to have 21 seconds in front according to this, and 51 behind. That could change though, but because I don't think that's 50 seconds. By any stretch of the imagination. Yep, as we can see, that's coming down. And he looks like he's in a bit of an island with 20 odd seconds in front and 20 odd behind. Now that's a nice cushion to have for the final stint. And here we are with PTR Racing in the Peugeot. About to lap of each in P13. What I remember about the Peugeot, it was quite a nice easy car to drive. It can lack of power a little bit. It's a car you got to carry a little bit of corner speed with. But quite forgiving. I'm not sure, because I know this isn't stock tuning, is it? Because you have 800 pp, so obviously a little bit more power for these cars. Oh, I'm now being told that my controller needs plugging in. If it's not one thing, it's another, right? So Paul now 40 seconds behind PTR Racing in the Peugeot as he cruises in the silver and green Supra, or is it white? I'm not sure. It is a metallic though. Mingo Truck just having a big moment as we get onto a bit of commentator's curse there. As he dropped back in the 220s in the last lap. Yeah, that moment cost him there as he's already 226 into this lap. And last but not least, Ovic. The last couple of laps it looks a lot more steady. Look, 23, 21, 22. So yeah, finding his groove again. Keep it up, bud. Meanwhile, at the front, the gap now, Senna has stopped, and we have a 29.2 second lead for Top Gear. And in turn, Senna over a minute and a half in front of the Vest. But the Vest will still be happy with his podium. It's got Mr. T behind him, who's obviously a lap down. Adam 27 seconds behind, and that gap has come down quite dramatically. So even with worn tyres, 2:16 last lap, but he will have to pit soon. I think probably the end of this lap. And what about the Vest? Has he got a pit yet? No, probably not. Or if he does, it won't be for a long time. So yeah, it's looking like a fourth place for Adam at the moment, if he can keep that together with over a minute in hand over M3 going. He's got 20 seconds now over on Smasher. He has got himself a half-second penalty. I'm sure some of these guys listening to the stream are getting themselves ready for Stint 3 now. So let's have a look at how all their guys are doing and how far along they are. Lap 30 for Roadrunner and Speed Freak. You've still got 20 odd minutes to go, guys, before you need to leave. So plenty of time for a cigarette, a pee, a drink. Yeah, PTR Racing looking nice and consistent now. Coming up to lap over each again. And Smasher about to lap the pair of them. RTR Paul. Is it Paul Lutz? Is that how you would say it? They're sitting pretty with the 219 and the 218, so he's got some good pace. Just a shame he's not anyone around him to drag him up through the order. And he is about to be lapped by our leader again. It's been going 45 seconds back, and then we'll drop back to the front. Gap now to second, 27 seconds still. Just really nice, consistent 217s now, looking comfortable. The Mazda never sounds comfortable. But it is a good car to drive again with a 2:15.1 last lap, so he is pushing hard. His Senna, he wants to hand over this car in a good position. It's all looking a bit spread out now, no action to speak of. But I'm sure in the final stint, after the last stops are done, a few things will close up. I'm not exactly sure over 2 hours who has used the suit tyre compounds, if there's anybody that has still got to jump in and chuck a set of softs on, or a set of mediums yet. Things could all change. Well, there's lots of 20-second gaps, which is still pretty close considering, say, we are over 4 hours into this. Novich there got himself another second penalty. Just keeping an eye on Ant, see what's going on in front and behind, because he's one of these guys in a 20-second island, similar to M3 guy in front. Has been consistent through all of this. He is on the mediums now, and like I say, he's not much different in lap times with his mediums to his softs. Would have been better running on mediums, maybe, I don't know. But he could get the softs to last nearly a tank anyway, couldn't he? He was like over 3/4. Perhaps he's just a little bit more comfortable on the softs. Mr. T is catching Ant Smasher by the tune of a couple of seconds a lap by the look of it. And with 9 laps to go, that gap is possible to bring down. Roadrunner going with Mr. T, that gap staying the same, so he is coming with him. But with 40 seconds between himself and Ant Smasher, I think that may be a little bit too much, with just the 9 laps left to go. But he has stopped, so that will be his last stop, I'm pretty certain of that. So if anyone else in front of him has got to stop, Roadrunner could really capitalise on that. Oh, I think there's definitely a place to be made also by Roadrunner. Speed Freak, meanwhile, he has stopped for his last time as well by the look of it. And he's right on the back of Paul Lutz. All getting out of the way for him, nicely done, mate. Runs a little bit wide and then tucks straight back in the draft. Might as well make the most of it. Then we'll have a look at PTR racing again, shall we? Have a look at the Peugeot. Just giving us a little flash there. Well, or over it, just giving him a little flash, letting him know he's coming. Problem being Ovic, when he gets it right, his pace is just as good. Well, PTR reminded him, Ovic said, I'm not just going to pull over. When you catch me, I'll move out of the way. I know you're there. he's also going to lose another half second here, so if he had passed him, then perhaps these guys know each other as well. I don't know how familiar these guys are with each other. As I just drop my phone. What lap is P1 Burtis? He is in lap 35, we've got 6 to go. Now 21 seconds in front of Senna. He has had a moment. No, I just think it's pace. Senna's pace is, well, he's on the softs now as well. He's really pushing. This could be a really good stint here from Senna. So the RTR team, who was it, these guys? Well, I think they were team 1 actually, in the RX8. Are definitely still in it for the win as the Vest comes into the pits. If he can get that down, he's got front damage as well. This is an earlier stop than planned, I would imagine, but he will definitely bang some softs on, a little bit of fuel, and run till the end. But yeah, if he's got to come in anyway, he might as well come in and get rid of that damage, because it will cost you a second or so a lap. Let's see how close that's going to bring Adam out, because Adam hasn't got to stop again, and here comes the rain! Oh my word, at the death, 6 laps to go, here is the rain. 5 laps for our leader, I think. Yes. Is it going to amount to much? Don't know, none of these guys have got the weather radar on. It looks as if it stopped as soon as it started. There is certainly no moisture around the track here, but it was definitely raining in other parts of the track. Yes, it's still raining on the back side, of the east side of the track. But I don't think it's going to be enough to cause these guys any bother. But without the weather radar, I can't predict that. It could absolutely smash it down in a minute. We could be getting ready for a yellow patch. The golden shower, as it's known. On board with Adam here, who is right up with the Vest now after his pit stop. This is a battle for place. But the Vest will have brand new softs on. And we know how good his pace is, but we also know how good, I think we've got Ant and Adam, isn't it? So it's Adam and the Ant. Can Adam hold off? And they're nearly kissing, aren't they? These two must be really close. We'll stay with this barrel. This is a good barrel. We are going to jump back outside the car though. Supra versus Supra, softs versus softs, half a tank versus half a tank. Oh, and Adam goes a bit wide. Oh, it's not Adam and the Ant, is it? I don't know the Vest name. I'm making it up. Ant Smasher, isn't it? Obviously. Stupid pony. Oh, just in case you didn't know, they do call me Pony Boy, in case you missed that part of the stream. So when you do hear me say stupid pony, I'm not insulting the species, just one in particular, the one streaming. Anyway, at the front, the gap coming down to 17 seconds. Now Senna really doing the best he can to hand this over in the best position he possibly can. Great stint here on these soft tyres. With Top Gear not being able to do much about it. Still 4 laps to go for the leader. And that gap come down by another second. Again, these messages do not stay up long enough. I didn't get the chance to read that. Anyway, back to this battle for 4th. The Vest managing to hang on. Adam's still pushing really hard. But it doesn't look like the Vest is pushing back, so it's all good. Oh, but jump back on board. I do love these onboard views. And the Vest going defensive. Nothing Adam can do there. And giving Adam a big shout out there. Come on, Adam, he's saying. But the Vest just been able to level the field. It seems so evenly matched between these two. They've had great pace since the start of the stint, and that has not changed. And I'm sure wasn't this battle raging in the first stint as well between 3rd and 4th? I know the Vest was definitely involved. Was it THG as well? Now we got the boys on board. Your teammates are all cheering for you guys. I know you can't hear me, but you will on the replay, because I'm sure you'll watch it back. And this is what we like to see. We knew there'd be something after the pit stops here at the end. And it's 3rd and 4th. What better than a battle for the podium? The last step. Come on, guys. And the rain is coming again. And it is actually starting to register on the meter this time. So are we going to see a bit of a surprise final few laps? Adam pushing for the inside then. But the Vest having none of it. As they come up to lap Roadrunner. Roadrunner gets out of the way nicely for the pair of them. Oh, I'm a bit wide there, and the rain coming down heavier. The rain really coming down now. This could change everything as Senna jumps into the pits. He's not taking the risk. He's going to jump onto the intermediates or the wets. What are these two going to do though? They're battling it out. Are they both going to go in? Neither of them going to go in? They'll have their weather radar up. They'll know if it's in for the long haul. And they're both staying out. Are they crazy? I don't know. I haven't got the radar. I want the radar. Yes, the track is definitely getting where it is into intermediate territory now. These guys are going to start to struggle. They are on the softs, so they will be better for... See how... Oh, and the Vest's off. He's round. But so is Adam. They're both round. Yes, I was right. They are mad. They should have gone in. Oh, and he's hit the Vest. Oh, and he's got front and rear. Oh, the Vest's off again. This is chaos. What's going on at the front? Senna's got the wets on. Top Gear's got a 50-second gap, but he's crawling. I mean, he's doing 60 around here, and that's a massive ask. Massive. The car just aquaplaning now. Oh, my word. We weren't expecting this. But we did also think it could happen. Wow. Well, hasn't this shaken things up, boys and girls? As your leader is off. Senna is going to be smashing. Oh, he's off, nearly. Even the full wets are struggling now. We have got a tsunami. Oh, with both third and fourth both simultaneously sliding. We have synchronised drifting here, guys. And it's not intentional. Nobody can get any power down. Everyone will be into the pits at the end of this lap. If not, then you're mad. But this is all played into Senna's hands. The wise move there was to pit, and some of the guys lower down pitted as well. And this could be this could claw back massive gaps. That's right, Lucky Bucky. I know that name. I'm sure Lucky Bucky used to be in GTRT many moons ago. But yeah. Or perhaps you've raced against us, I don't know. But yes, Senna now takes the lead. He's past Top Gear, who is off again. And this is going to put a pit stop between these guys, don't forget. And Senna's off as well. But it will just be for tyres, there'll be no fuel involved. But this really cost your leader. I was Roadrunner staying out, and I'm presuming he went in last lap. I'm hoping, yes, he is on full wets. He has made the right move here, the right choice. Roadrunner will be going through the order. Not sure how far he is behind Ant Smasher, but Ant Smasher in for his full wets. Roadrunner now up to 6. 2 minutes behind the Vest, who is still nowhere near the end of the lap. And it's 27 seconds behind M3 guy who has got damage but has got the full wets on, who has made his way up to 3rd. Bearing in mind this guy was like nearly a minute behind these guys. Oh, this race has turned on its head as your previous leader leaves the pits. How far is he behind P1 Senna? Oh, that's a great view, that is, isn't it? That looks fab. Yeah, GT7 does have its moments. Lucky Bucky telling me he used to get about a bit. Yes, I know I've seen your name, mate. I'm sure my mouth has said your name before in a stream at some point as well. But like yourself, I get about a bit as well. Now 42 seconds now. Top Gear is behind Senna. And we know they're going to be handing over in just over a lap. And we don't know the conditions of that lobby. So this could all happen again. Yeah, me too, Dane. This has gone mental and it has been brilliant. It's brought me back to life. I was starting to chill out as Adam gets lapped there. Oh, 42 seconds now. Oh. Top Gear will be kicking himself for not going in. Meanwhile, M3 guy in the Beetle will be smiling from ear to ear. He is now on the final step of the podium. Come from 5th to 3rd because 2 other guys refused to come in because they were battling. And Roadrunner up to 4th now. Senna in. Oh yeah, they do come in at the end. Do they come in at the end of this lap? Yes, I think they do. They will be handing over. And hopefully, Stint 3 is go, go, go. Meanwhile, Top Gear behind has managed to claw a little bit back, has he? Maybe? Not much. Yeah, but all from one bad decision has cost him 50 seconds plus. Because Senna was on it on that last stint anyway, and he had done a great job, but then the rain and it just all fell into place. M3 guy as well, he will be the next to come and hand over to his teammate. Adam still only just got back to the pits, he was still on softs. And I'm not even sure, did he check? I didn't see any tyre change there. But he managed to get a 3-second penalty for the... Didn't... Oh, he's got his... I don't know what's got on there, but yeah, Adam's not going to be happy. I know he's got a 6-second penalty. Oh my word. The Vest back down in 7th and he still hasn't made it back to the pits. How? I don't understand. Speed Freak moves himself up to 7th. I think these guys must have drove past the pits again. Oh, maybe they couldn't turn in, it was that wet or something, I don't know. And it's one of them, game can be a pain for that. If you just drift past the pit entry, even if you try and correct and go in, it just won't let you. It'll just put you back on the track outside the pits. I wonder if that's been the case there. Meanwhile, M3 guy should be coming up. He should have gone into the pits there. No, he's just started lap 40. So he has got this lap to do, and then he will be in the pits to hand over to his teammate. Great job there in the Beetle. Oh, little Nicky with the heartbreak. Yes, I feel you, mate. I mean, where is the Vest now? Is he? But he has made it to the pits, mate, so you could make some time up. He is in. I don't think you're going to catch Speed Freak because he's on wet, but don't forget, Adam, THG, he didn't make it into the pits, did he? He's still on softs. And he can't... I know you're feeling the heartbreak, mate. Imagine how they're feeling. He's missed the pits again, and he's just dropping like a stone. Over a minute behind him, and I think he will pass him. Nearly 2 minutes. It's only a 2-minute lap normally. There we go, the Vest dropping from 3rd to 8th at the minute. I think he will make his way back up to 7th because he's still got 2 laps to go and it's going to take him 5 minutes to get around this lap. Ow. It's painful to watch. That's Speed Freak up to 6 now for the Porsche team. BWT, isn't it? Or is it BMT? BWT, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. And Smasher now in 5th. A good recovery from him. It's all played into his hands as well. And Roadrunners. These guys went in when they should have and kept it on the black stuff. I don't know, 4th and 5th respectively. M3 guys should be coming up to this last sector now. And getting ready to hand over to his teammate. Good job, mate. Consistent lap times, slow and steady sometimes wins the race. And it certainly won you a podium, buddy. Absolutely everybody who has pushed on in this, especially the guy who's absolutely zero grip, have missed the pits. Oh, PTR Racing has dropped back to 12. Good, M3 guy is in. Next to be in will be Roadrunner, who will be in at the end of this lap. Oh, big moment there from Roadrunner, but he has got 32 seconds. I'm sure he can just carry on and it won't make that much difference. And it's a good recovery, actually. Meanwhile, the Veston laps himself. He is up to 7th. As we predicted, Adam going nowhere fast. Oh, just look at it. Just, oh, the traction control, even you can see it. Oh, there's no traction whatsoever. And I can tell by the speed of these guys and that they don't even normally use traction control, but it's impossible in these conditions with slicks. But meanwhile, we will get up to 4th. Top Gear is in. No, he's not in 4th. It was Roadrunner who was in 4th. Here he is, handing over to his teammate. Good drive there. Rain came just at the right time. And his progress was increased even quicker. And now we have Ant Smasher in as well. 1:12 behind the leader, so keep an eye on that and have a look in the other Stint. It should be somewhere near. Obviously, it's not going to be exact. And Speed Freaks will be next. He will be handing over to the Stig, my mate Chris. Again, the rain worked perfectly for them. Three minutes beyond the leader. I mean, that's not bad. After 4 and a bit hours now. 4 hours 40 the whole event's been running for, but obviously there's qualifying and a few of the bits and bobs in there and the issues we had earlier, which I've got to say, lads, we recovered from well. The last 40 minutes of actual racing has been fantastic. So I'd like to thank you for inviting me along to help you guys out. The Vest, meanwhile, has made a little bit of progress, but oh, look at this. Paul Lutz up to 8th. The people that pitted early, it's all in the favour. And finally, Adam gets in the pits. Got 3 seconds on the way in, but trust me, he won't care about that really. He could lose that in at the slightest twitch. He's already made that up on pit exit, because look, he can actually put power down. Oh, and he almost loses it instantly. Didn't get his damage repaired. I don't think that's going to help. Trying to get a bit of temperature in them tyres. Mr. T obviously had a really bad time. He's still on softs as well, not being able to get it anywhere. Missed the pit entry last time round. Oh, he was in 7th as well. Oh, a 5:32 and a 4:43 last 2 laps. As much as I love this ride, I'm also cursing it because again, it's making this race go on a hell of a lot longer than it needed to, and I do need a pee and another beer actually. And he's staying out. You've got another lap after this. Why would he stay out? I don't understand. Yeah, you lose a lot of time in the pits. You haven't even got down the straight yet. I'm confused. We've got to go, Adam. Go, go, go. Let's have a look at Adam. There's Adam. He's go, go, going. Well, he has got a big gap in front of him. Oh, there is no gap in front of him now because Paul's finished. I mean, we did expect some rain today, but you don't always get rain like this at Spa. This is torrential. Congratulations, buddy. Let's see, Adam will be the next in. The Vesta's done. He is in. Speed Freak's done. Oh no, the Vesta is still out. The Vesta will be the next in, I think. The Vesta's parked up. Ah, the vest has done, he just didn't go in the pits. Silly vest. And here comes Adam, dropped all the way back from to 9th. Oh, it pains me because he worked really hard to get up to that battle for 3rd. And then, oh. But hey ho, well done guys. Who is next? Mr. T again, up to 7th, and then to be honest, the Merc seems to be the car to be in if you're on soft tyres, and he's actually still getting it around fairly well, is Mr. T. And this is a skill in itself, because it will not stop, it will not turn, and it will not accelerate. So you basically got a car that does nothing. A car that does nothing is a brick. So to be actually getting it around in these conditions, the conditionings are easing off slightly, so. But yeah, I still think stopping he would have saved a hell of a lot of time. You're going to be looking at a 3-minute lap instead of a 4 or 5 minute lap. So it's 2 minutes he would have saved, I think, stopping. Oh, them hazards look fantastic in the dark there, don't they? Really light up the screen there. And the rain does look fantastic in GT7. Let's jump on board and just show you how loud it is as well. If any of you had not driven in the rain there, this is what he's dealing with. See the inputs there? On the right the accelerator, the left the brake. And yeah, it's just impossible. It's just spin, 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 and not turn. See? How much luck? Nothing. It was a brave move by Mr. T, this was. But yeah, it makes me tempted to try the Merc in the wet, or this guy is really that good in the wet. But meanwhile, Ovic has moved up to 11th. He's overtook PTR Racing, who are still on softs. And these guys have still got another lap to go after this. I think they have just hit Adam, who is parked up at the side of the road. And I think Ovic, is he just lapped him? Yeah. Ovic is only 4 minutes behind the leader now. Ovic has made 3 minutes up. Well done, sir. Well done. You have found your forte. You are a rain driver, sir. Now, if you ever got a definite wet race, you're the guy that's going to be getting the heads up. See that traction control working there? Somebody who does not, I think normally works in traction control, judging by the way they're so accustomed to it. Well, look at that gap in front going down. It's going down a second every couple of seconds. Mr. T still isn't moving, but he is right at the pit entry now. But this is the talk of the town now. This is my drive of the day I'm going to give it here for these last few laps in the rain. Ah, oh, fantastic. Go Ovic. Go, 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 sir. Don't think anybody's watching my stream now, unfortunately. Well, there might be. But you, sir, definitely deserve a big thumbs up. You've got it from the pony. He gives you a full-on hoofs up, sir. PTR Racing, meanwhile, still got another lap to do after this, and they can't get going. The car just spinning and spinning and spinning, and now we have damage as well. Well, not turning at all. yes, this guy I think pretty much unlapped himself in the last few laps from quite a few of the guys. So well done there, mate. And yeah, we just got PTR racing to go, but how long it'll take for these guys to get there, I have no idea. So I've still got another lap to go yet, but this is their debut, and this rain has really caught them by surprise by the look of it. Oh yeah, outside the car now I think, and just stay with them. We'll see them across the line and then we will end the stream, because I'm sure nobody will actually be watching, but as this is their guy's debut, I want to give them a bit of airtime. And we know how hard it is. It's a lot of pressure. If you've never done it before, it is so nerve-wracking. And now they'll probably know he's on stream as well, and oh, bless you, mate. But well done anyway. It's been a good commitment from you all. Keep pressing on. Not sure why I've got music coming through my headset from the game. There isn't normally music. It's normally off during a stream because of copyright laws, etc. So, yes, finally PTR is on his final lap. Let's just get him there, guys, and give him a big round of applause when he does get there. The rain's slowly looking like it. Well, I was going to say looking like it's easy enough, but yeah. Yeah, there is somebody else on the track as well. Not sure why, but and down to the final bottom end of the track now for the last time. So difficult in the rain with softs on. You have no idea what this guy is going through. He'll just be like, oh my god, oh. It will be horrendous. He does seem to be getting a little bit of a hang of it though, to be honest. As I say that, as commentators curse, kicks in strongly and he's straight on the grass. But to be honest, there's probably just as much grip on the grass right now, which is zero. unable to get it stopped at the bottom of the hill. And who is that we got behind him? He's still going. I have been asked not to cross the finish line and wait for PTR to cross, because he has still got a handover to his teammate. And he's off again, oh my word. And this is not a judge on your driving, mate. I know how difficult this is, you're just aquaplaning everywhere. Them rain tyres should have got on 3 laps, 4 laps ago. Because this rain hasn't relented since. I'm pretty sure Stint 3 will probably start dry. Sure, I just saw a little bit of lightning then. It certainly wasn't the driving. And here we go, coming up to the final sector now. Go through the little S's here. I do normally love this bit in the dry. In the wet with softs on, looks hideous. But well held there by PTR Racing. As we crawl our way up to the final time. Into the upward end sector. As we're wide again and struggling to get the power on with the curbs. And just the amount of water. It just most of the guys parked up waiting for PTR. And everyone else has been released now as he's coming up to the final sector. Well, so he's already on the final sector, but you know what I mean. The final straight, and if any of you have done the licence test here in the Porsche, you'll all know how horrible this straight is when it's definitely not a straight, when there's a little bit of rain on it. Normally it's flat out, this, it's kind of nearly flat out, but you touch the wet and you just go completely the wrong direction. And the relief will be large in a couple of corners' time. As PTR was doing so well. Unfortunately, the rain caught him out. And lost everything that he'd done so well to maintain from the first stint. That's it, buddy, in the pits. You've done your bit, and well done. No, don't come out the pits. Oh, he didn't make it anyway. Right, well, thanks everyone for tuning in. So hop across to Stint 3 if you aren't already. I'm sure most of you are. And thanks for having me. Ponyboy signing out.